Hi there, everyone. I don't know if you are like me, but I love spending time outdoors. I love drinking my cup of tea, sitting in the sun, hearing the birds sing, and just simply enjoying the goodness and beauty which surrounds me. The other morning, I was sitting on my patio having my cup of tea when I noticed this tiny leaf moving. It was stopping and starting. It was such a strange sight. Upon closer inspection, I saw that this leaf was being carried along by an ant which was so much tinier compared to its large load. Nevertheless, the ant held on, carrying it, dragging it, doing whatever was needed to get it back to the colony, back to its community. At one point it disappeared down a crevice between the patio stones. I honestly thought it was gone for good. But after a while I looked again, and this ant had surfaced further along the patio. It had navigated away along the sides of the stones with the light from above being its guide, and it still carried the leaf, holding on tight to this treasure. When I think about the goodness of God, at times I feel like this ant. Here I am carrying this treasure, which is so much bigger and greater than me. I have so many stories of God's goodness in my life. Too many to count, but His goodness is a treasure I have. There have been times in my life when I have seen His goodness in the bright light of day. I remember when I met this amazing young man from America 30 years ago, who later became my husband. I remember holding my newborn babies, having a surprise visit from my mum and best friend for my birthday one year, celebrating our daughter's wedding after God working miracle after miracle. I have countless days of experiencing God's goodness on the good days. But there have been other times, just like the ant, where life has taken me down a darker place, giving birth to a premature baby, wondering if her lungs were going to be okay and if she would grow up to be a healthy and thriving girl. My mum was diagnosed with lymphoma, and the day the oncologist told us that the treatment was no longer working and she was to begin end-of-life care, it was a dark day. My dad having congestive heart failure and him passing away just over a year ago, it was a dark day. And I have walked with friends and family members through tough journeys and tragedies. So let's look again at the ant. It was able to navigate its way through the darkness by always keeping the source of light in view. And it was able to surface once again with its treasure. Life does bring us unexpected turns, and we begin to find ourselves going down a dark crevice. But it's in these times we must remember the treasure we are carrying, which is so much bigger and greater than us, the goodness of God. And when we start to travel in this place, we can be tempted to question God's goodness. I want to encourage you, do not drop the treasure and then head further away from the light, which is Jesus Christ. His goodness is your treasure which you carry, and His goodness is the light to give you strength and hope for each new day. I know this. I have experienced the reality of Jesus in this way. And just like the ant, if we are faithful to keep our eyes on Jesus, we will resurface with our treasure, our story of God's goodness, a story of grace, strength, and hope, which we can then carry to our community of friends and family. The awesome thing is this: in His goodness, God will cause us to resurface, not where we once were, but in a new place of His abundant goodness, His amazing grace, and His unfailing love. So, my friends, next time you are outside, take a look around you. Notice the tiny details, because you never know what God wants to show you. Have a great day.